So, episode 8 is going to be a little more serious than 12 through 9 so far. And that's because we recently learned, I don't know if David and I have mentioned this on the podcast before, but we're both Denver Broncos fans.
Yeah, of course. I said that David's not sheepish about the GOAT. That was the whole pre-Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know, but did we bring up being Broncos fans?
Might have during it, but we brought up that we follow the NFL.
Anyway, we promise this is relevant. So recently we learned that DeMarius Thomas, who wore number 88, hence 8th day of Christmas.
D-Tom in the streets.
Was drafted out of Georgia Tech by the Broncos, and I want to say 2010 because, he's the same age as David and I. He was born in 87.
Put our business out there like that. Go ahead.
D-Tom was drafted in the first round by the Denver Broncos, had a stellar career for as long as he did play. Retired a couple years ago, and he passed away recently. It's pretty close to the date that it happens. Initial reports are that he had a seizure and it may be related to a 2019 auto accident, but haven't heard anything more than that. But it's sad on a couple different levels. And so we wanted to dedicate an episode to him, his family, and send out our condolences to him. And then,
well, he gave us a lot of really, not just being a member of Bronco Nation for as long as he was, because he was there for what, 8 years?
Something like that.
And he gave us a lot of moments that, I'll never forget the farcical Tim Tebow experiment.
Post route in the playoffs.
Oh my God. It was like, how are we gonna pull this one out?
We limp into the playoffs at 8-8, but still get a home field game because we won the division.
And the first pass Tebow throws, it's because it wasn't hard to figure this out. It was going to be run, and if we don't have a first down by then, it's going to be a pass, and God help us where it ends up. And Tebow's our first possession was run, 1 yard, run, 2 yards, and then the third play was a slant route to D-Tom. And I think that might have been, it definitely was the worst ball I've ever seen thrown.
Wait, not our first drive. That was overtime.
That was our first drive.
No, that was the first drive of overtime. That touchdown, that catch and run.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm setting a stage here, Dane. God damn it.
Sorry.
Anyway, that was our first drive. Tebow throws this duck/turducken. I don't know what the fuck it is. It was coming out sideways and spinning like a UFO, and it went like 2 yards and hit the ground, and everybody kind of just went, all right, fourth down. So Dana and I looked at each other, being, mutual Broncos fans, was like, this is going to be a long game. So the fact that we made it to overtime in and of itself was miraculous. And we're like, well, it's been a good run. We got no goddamn chance. And what happened, Dave?
Post over the middle of the D-Tom for a 70 or 80 yard touchdown.
15. It was like 3rd and 15. We got the ball on the kickoff.
Why so much detail?
Because we're trying to tell, we're painting a goddamn picture. And if you leave out like the trees in the background of the forest, you're not going to think it's a goddamn forest.
You can't paint a Mona Lisa in 8 minutes is my point.
You can try.
But I think the takeaway from David's enthusiasm for that story is D-Tom, for us and for many people that followed his career, brought a lot of joy to a lot of people.
He was old reliable.
He was a consummate professional. He always, did things the right way, never hesitated to go across the middle, did the dirty work that, star number 1 receivers on their team don't like to do.
Never got the credit for it. He got some credit, but he was never mentioned with the number 1s.
I don't know about that.
I would argue to this day.
But off the field, I don't think I have ever heard a single person, teammate, friend, whatever or otherwise, that knew him personally and said that he was anything but a great guy. Like just a really good friend and kind and all that kind of stuff that, obviously you always speak well of the dead, but this was when he was alive. Nobody ever had anything negative to say about him. And that's kind of a rare person. I have negative things to say about myself on a daily basis, but
I've got plenty of negative
fortunately
stuff.
nobody listens to
All
the
it
podcast.
is negativity in here. But no, again, D-Tom he's a special character, and that was during a very I guess when you're 20, in your 20s, you're growing up, you're seeing the world through the first time as like an adult. And like, this is our team doing big things, and who's the one leading all the charges? D-Tom.
Who is the same age as us.
Right. Who's the same age as us, and like, you're a kid.
That's kind of disheartening.
You aspire. Well,
when he's an NFL rookie and we're like, we're
retired,
utter failures.
And we're retired. He's like, what? My best years are ahead of me. What are you talking about? But no, again, it's a loss. It gives us a heavy heart to talk about this today. And unfortunately, you got to kind of take in Christmas future with Christmas past with Christmas present, and realize what you've lost this year. And unfortunately, we lost a really good one, and somebody that's near and dear to our hearts. So,
as cliche as it is, I believe it. I don't know where David stands, but, I'd say D-Tom is in a better place. And for those that he left behind as close friends, family, people that knew him, the best we can do from this podcast is wish you a Merry Christmas as you heal.